Information is key. I'm a man that loves traveling. And I discovered that there's one thing we have to understand, that information brings easy access in regards to some achievement in life. And if you are traveling to any part of the world, or you intend to travel to any part of the world, you're going to understand that there are some components that are involved. It is true that some persons are not intentional about these components. Any particular destination you want to embark upon, no matter the country, whether in African countries, South American countries, North American countries, Asia countries, Australian countries, European countries, no matter the country, in any part of the continent, you must assess, or will I say embrace, these components for an effective, positive destination arrival. Not just arrival, experience as well. One of these components is the component of transportation. Now you want to travel, you're going to consider, are you going to travel through air? Are you going to travel by the sea? Are you going to travel through the land? You're going to consider the cost. You're going to consider the kind of company, the airline, what it takes. You're going to consider the class. Is it economy? Is it business? Is it first class? And based on economy, we have different economy. Is it premium economy? Is it discounted economy? Now, these are the things you put in place under transportation. If you are talking about journeying with airline, you're going to consider as well how you are going to book it on time, booking your flight on time. Now, if you happen to be traveling the next 2 months, if you happen to book your flight now, it will be more cheaper. And you're going to consider the platform that you're going to use to book your flights. Now, these are things a lot of persons don't plan. These are things a lot of people, they want to just journey. Their mindset is that I want to travel from Africa to Australia. I want to travel from North American continent to Asia continent without considering all these things. But why many are not considering this is that you cannot function in the knowledge that you don't know. It takes information for you to consider things like this. And that's why sometimes a lot of people, you will be with them, they'll be telling you their negative experiences, what they have passed through. Many of them they have maybe, I don't know how to put it, in the quest of maybe traveling to a particular destination, they have spent the money that they never expected to spend. And by the time you happen to sit down with them, they'll be saying, had I known that I happen to have this kind of information, I will not spend so millions that I wasted. But you are watching me now, there's a good news. The good news is this: you are going to be hearing many information regards to traveling. Another component that is needed is the component of accommodation. Anywhere you are about to travel, you consider the accommodation of that place. Accommodation is very, very important. You think about where you are going to reside. Some persons, they just decide, okay, on their own, let them just cross over a particular place without putting into consideration about hotel reservation. If you are entering a country, a new destination, you don't have anybody to pick you up to put you in a place to sleep. If you are endangered, it's not advisable for you to take that kind of decision because you are endangering your life. So you have to consider the accommodation, where you are going to stay. Now you're going to consider the meal. What kind of meal? Now, you know your health status. There's a kind of meal you take. You don't eat what others eat in order to maintain your health. Now, you're about to travel to a country. You couldn't verify the accessibility of the kind of meal that will suit your health. You have to think about this because life first. And when you are talking about things like this, it's all about safety. You think about the safety of your health. Some have journeyed or tour or traveled to a country. Within 7 days, they are sick. Because over there, they couldn't access the meal that suits their system. And they never planned this. Why? Because they are not aware. They are not informed. So part of the component that is needed if you're about to travel is to consider about your meal. Another one is your itinerary. You think about your itinerary. You plan about it. You try to regulate it. On your own, know that you're going to do this, do this, do that as the activities under the itinerary. Now, another thing you have to consider as a component of traveling while traveling is the sightseeing. Maybe you are going on a tour, you are traveling to Ethiopia, or you are traveling to Kenya to maybe to go and watch the wildlife, or you are traveling to South Africa, or you want to travel to Australia continent to go and watch some places, tourist sites. You have to consider a lot of things. The sightseeing, you have to plan it. The areas you are going to be sightseeing. That is why you call it sightseeing component. Sightseeing component. You have to check all those things. So if you don't consider things like this, you journeying to you will be easy. But your experience, by the time you're going to come back, you are going to be regretting. Why? Because you are not guided. You don't have this information. Because information is key. Information is power. So if you are traveling to any place or any part of the world, or you're about to travel to any part of the world, you have to consider this component of accommodation, transportation, your itinerary, which is activities, the meal, and your sightseeing. Because all these things is going to guide you. Now, talking about other documents that you need, a lot of documents are needed, but many people are not informed. These are things that you cannot just get in ordinary school. It needs a competent person to guide you. And because of that, I don't know whether you are watching me and your traveling experience has been so negative. You have been duped in the name of you are looking for visa. You have been duped in the name of you want to travel to different countries. And some people are even saying they have been to different countries, but they don't have access to a particular country. Why? They have done a lot of things. Some went far to even pray. Yes, it's good, you pray. Still, they have been denied. Why? Because there's an information they are lacking. And that is why, because of this, I'm telling you this time around, if you are watching me from any part of the world, and you need information about traveling, the easiest way to package visa and tour to any part of the world globally, the easiest way to package visa and tour to any country globally, it is a book. And that book will open your eyes to the kind of visa you need, to the kind of document you need, the passport you need, all the guiding documents that are necessary to any country you want to access. There are countries that, maybe for instance, you are in Nigeria, you don't need a visa to travel to some countries. So applicable. If you happen to be a German, you don't need a visa to travel to some countries. So every country has some countries that they can enter without a visa. But there are many countries that you cannot enter without a visa. So, and you are thinking, or you have tried and you failed, how to access those visas. You have spent a lot of millions to relocate. You have spent a lot of millions, time without number. Why? It's because of you are not informed. So in this book, titled, The Easiest Way to Package Any Kind of Visa to Travel to Any Kind of Country, the easiest way to package and tour to any country, the easiest way to package visa and tour to any part of the world. So if you want to tour to any part of the world easily, in that book, you are going to see a lot of guides. So if you go to Seller, you are going to see it. It is written this way, the easiest way to package and tour to any part of the country in the world. So globally, you have access to tour to any part of the world, whether in your visa packaging, whether in any part of the world, regards to tour. I wish you well as you access this. Go to Seller, download this book, and it's going to help you. Thank you.